Не учим, а практикуем. Играем в английский от души. Свободный и мощный тренажер OxyEnglish бот в Telegram. Я не могу передать вам, как рад я был попасть в мой старый дом вновь.
I cannot tell you how glad I was to get to my old house again.
И лечь в мою кровать-гамак.
And lie down in my good hammock bed.
Меня не было почти месяц.
I had been away for nearly a month.
Я был таким уставшим от длинного путешествия.
I was so tired from my long journey.
Что я остался в замке почти на неделю.
That I stayed in my castle nearly a week.
Пока я так отдыхал,
While I was thus resting myself,
я смастерил клетку для попугая.
I made a cage for my parrot.
Он был очень послушным для попугая.
He was very gentle for a parrot.
И вскоре стал очень привязанным ко мне.
And soon became very fond of me.
Затем я начал думать о козленке,
Then I began to think of the kid,
которого я оставил в беседке.
That I had left in my summer bower.
Поэтому я пошел со своей собакой забрать его.
So I went with my dog to fetch it.
Я нашел его там, где оставил.
I found it where I had left it.
Он съел всю траву внутри ограды.
It had eaten all the grass inside of the fence.
И был теперь очень голоден.
And was now very hungry.
Я дал ему еще столько, сколько он хотел.
I gave it as much as it wished.
А затем привязал веревку к нему, чтобы увести его.
And then I tied the string to it to lead it away.
Но в том не было нужды,
But there was no need of that,
потому что он был вполне послушным.
for it was quite tame.
Он следовал за мной всюду.
It followed me everywhere.
Он был очень смирным и любящим.
It was very gentle and loving.
Теперь у меня было несколько домашних животных.
I had now a number of pets.
И я больше не был одиноким.
And was no longer lonesome.
Моя жизнь была намного счастливее.
My life was much happier
Чем она была, когда я плавал по морям.
than it had been while I was sailing the seas.
Я радовался многим вещам,
I took delight in many things,
на которые ранее я никогда не обращал внимания.
that I had never cared for before.
Ячмень и рис выросли хорошо.
My barley and rice had grown well.
И через месяц будут готовы к тому, чтобы быть собранными.
and in another month would be ready to be harvested.
Но однажды я увидел, что некоторые животные побывали в поле.
But one day I saw that some animals had been in the field.
Козы и кролики потоптали зеленые стебли.
Goats and rabbits had trampled upon the green stalks.
И поели длинные листья ячменя.
And had eaten the long blades of barley.
Если так будет продолжаться, я вскоре потеряю мое зерно.
If things kept on this way, I should soon lose my grain.
Ничего не осталось делать, как только построить забор или устроить живую изгородь вокруг поля.
There was nothing to be done but to build a fence or hedge around the field.
Это было легко, так как поле не было большим.
This was easy, for the field was not large.
Я вбил длинные колья в землю вокруг моего растущего урожая.
I drove tall stakes into the ground all around my growing crops.
Они были так близко друг к другу,
These stakes were so close together
что даже кролик не мог пробраться между них.
that not even a rabbit could get between them.
Затем я привязал собаку у ворот маленького поля.
Then I tied my dog near the gate of the little field.
Так, чтобы она залаяла, когда какое-либо животное приблизится.
So that he would bark whenever any animal came near.
Мое зерно было теперь в безопасности от зверей.
My grain was now safe from the beasts.
Оно росло быстро.
It grew fast.
Ячмень выпустил большие колосья.
The barley sent out large heads.
Которые скоро начали зреть.
Which soon began to ripen.
Но теперь птицы спускались большими стаями, чтобы грабить меня.
But now the birds came down in great flocks to rob me.
Они сидели на заборе.
They sat on the fence.
Они летали между стеблями зерна.
They flew among the stalks of grain.
Они уносили весь зрелый ячмень, который могли найти.
They carried away all the ripe barley they could find.
Это беспокоило меня очень сильно.
This troubled me very much.
Большая часть зерна была еще зеленой.
The most of the grain was still green.
Но я боялся, что как только оно созреет, я потеряю его полностью.
But I feared that as soon as it ripened I should lose it all.
Я зарядил ружье.
I loaded my gun.
И вышел в поле.
And went out to the field.
Там я видел воров.
There I saw the thieves,
Сидящих на заборе и наблюдающих за мной.
sitting on the fence and watching me.
Я был таким сердитым.
I was so angry
Что выстрелил прямо между ними и убил троих.
that I fired right among them and killed 3.
Сейчас я покажу вам, как воровать мое зерно.
Now I will show you how to steal my grain.
Я установил длинный шест в центре поля.
I put up a long pole in the center of the field.
И на верхушке его повесил 3 мертвых птицы.
And on top of it I hung the 3 dead birds.
Это я сделаю со всеми, кто решится зайти на мое поле.
This will I do to all that venture to come into my field.
Странно сказать, но это прекратило все мои горести.
Strange to say, this ended all my troubles.
Ни одна другая птица не приходила на это место, пока мои пугало висели там.
Not another bird came to that place so long as my scarecrows hung there.
На самом деле птицы покинули эту часть острова, и я не скоро увидел других.
In fact, the birds went away from that part of the island, and I did not soon see another.
This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, visit LibriVox.org. Robinson Crusoe written anew for children by James Baldwin. Chapter 23 I Harvest My Grain. I cannot tell you how glad I was to get to my old house again and lie down in my good old hammock bed. I had been away for nearly a month. I was so tired from my long journey that I stayed in my castle nearly a week. While I was thus resting myself, I made a cage for my parrot, which I named Poll. He was very gentle for a parrot, and soon became very fond of me. Then I began to think of the kid that I had left in my summer bower, so I went with my dog to fetch it. I found it where I had left it. It had eaten all the grass inside of the fence and was now very hungry. I gave it as much as it wished, and then I tied the string to it to lead it away. But there was no need of that, for it was quite tame. It followed me everywhere. It was very gentle and loving. I now had a number of pets and was no longer lonesome. My life was much happier than it had been while I was sailing the seas. I took delight in many things that I had never cared for before. My barley and rice had grown well, and in another month would be ready to be harvested. But one day I saw that some animals had been in the field. Goats and rabbits had trampled upon the green stalks and had eaten the long blades of barley. If things kept on this way, I should lose my grain. There was nothing to be done but to build a fence or hedge around the field. This was easy, for the field was not large. I drove tall stakes into the ground all around my growing crops. These stakes were so close together that not even a rabbit could get between them. Then I tied my dog near the gate of the little field, so that he would bark whenever any animal came near. My grain was now safe from the beasts. It grew fast. The barley sent out large heads, which soon began to ripen. But now the birds came down in great flocks to rob me. They sat on the fence. They flew among the stalks of grain. They carried away all the ripe barley they could find. This troubled me very much. The most of the grain was still green, but I feared that as soon as it ripened, I should lose it all. I loaded my gun and went out to the field. There I saw the thieves sitting on the fence and watching me. I was so angry that I fired right among them and killed 3. "Now I will show you how to steal my grain," I cried. I put up a long pole in the center of the field, and on top of it I hung the 3 dead birds. "This I will do to all that ventured to come into my field," I said. Strange to say, this ended all my troubles. Not another bird came to that place so long as my scarecrows hung there. In fact, the birds went away from that part of the island, and I did not soon see another.